Hey there, this is AB Modi from Boston. I am a professional Bubble developer. I come from a full stack engineering background and I turned into a full-time Bubble developer. Since 2001, I've been part of over 160 plus Bubble projects, and we have successfully built over 44 Bubble projects that are live and have an actual users. I work with a team of 17 other professional Bubble developers globally, and we really specialize in building software as service application that are powered by AI. I'll show you some of the example of the projects I've been part of at this point. So here's one of my most recent project that I built on Bubble. Actually, no, this one is, again, it's built on Bubble as well, but this is a fintech company, and we build this the loan application and a credit check application dashboard for the Fortuna credit. The app I wanted to show you is app.givethanks.ai. This is a pretty cool app in terms of what you can really achieve with the power of OpenAI. So this is basically an application that allows you to create a thank you notes for different kinds for different events, anniversary, birthday, things like that. And so the idea behind this is that you've put in I'm going to move this here, so you can put in like a few commands and answer a few questions, and the AI will help you generate that thank you note. Also, recently I've completed this application called boostgpt.org that is basically creating a prompt templates for AI. And so here you can build different tasks, and then with those tasks you can go and ask AI, like write a blog post, and you can say number of words. It's going to be 5. Again, this is all built on Bubble. Let's just say number of words we're going to put as 200. Tool name we're going to say Bubble, and there it is. And then that basically generates an AI call, and then it will be building this content. So happy to provide more example of the AI projects that I've been part of. There are some internal SaaS applications that I've built that unfortunately I can't show you on this Loom video due to the NDA, but I do have a deep understanding on how to use OpenAI APIs. Also in terms of Google AI, there are multiple Google AI solutions that are out there. Happy to use that. Azure AI. So any AI with the API capabilities, we can help you integrate, training the models, as well as identifying the use case. So I am a deep believer that all the SaaS applications that are out there are going to become AI powered in next year or two. And no-code tools like Bubble are great to deploy those type of solution at the speed of light. Bubble is definitely growing in terms of scalability and enterprise solution and security standpoint. I've been personally using Bubble for over 4 years, but I got into a full-time Bubble development in 2 years, and I've seen significant changes in terms of what you can do with Bubble. So with that being said, I'll quickly brief you on my project management style. I'm a huge believer of Agile principle, and to basically build things fast, get the feedback fast, iterate upon it fast, right? So it's all about go to market as fast as possible. So I basically use Agile principle and Scrum methodology. If you're familiar with the Scrum project management process, we use terms like epics, user stories, and things like that. So when we're working with the project, what we do is we build an epic on a weekly basis. Our sprints are running every week from Wednesday to Tuesday, and each sprint we kind of let you know what exactly it's going to be achieved, and then we also put a time estimate in terms of how much time it will take us to complete that specific sprint. And from there we build individual user stories, which then we go and attach to this individual's epic. After that is complete, after the user stories are done and epic is at the stage of completion, we do have an internal QA team where we build this QA test cases. And then the idea behind the test case is to kind of go through the rigorous testing. And so our Scrum Masters, who are the project managers, are going to write this detailed test case along with the lead tech engineer who is building the application. And so we're explaining the steps to test the specific use case, along with what are the expected results, what are the objective, and what are the actual results we receive. So the dedicated QA agent is going to complete the test and provide the feedback here. So we go through from idea to production, and from production to the test case. Now, before we go through the production, there are a series of steps that we do take place, and that does take place prior to starting the project, such as number one, gathering requirements. Now, Bubble is such a unique tool, and with Bubble, when you're building things, it doesn't really it doesn't really take on the traditional project management style. It's pretty different in terms of how you should approach the Bubble project. So what I'm really trying to express here is that we have identified a project management process that works perfect to build Bubble application, which starts with identifying the number of screens that you want to build. From those screens, once we identify, we have designers in-house who will go and build high fidelity mockups to ensure that each and every screen that we have to build are identified. So for instance, I'm going to pull up one of the projects here recently that we built. So as I was talking about the Fortuna credit, we go here and then, we're building this individual screens expressing what that onboarding process will look like, what that application will look like, how is the other screens from, the different parts of the application. So we are trying to identify each and every screens and try to design them first. Once that's designed, we are of course identifying features and functionality while we're designing. But once the features and functionality and the screens are defined, we're then building the front end and back end workflow required within the Bubble to implement. And from there, we start the production on a weekly sprint basis, which then once it's completed, we go through the unit testing and regression testing. And once the test results are coming back pass is when we let you know the app is ready. So that's our traditional process, and happy to answer any additional questions you may have. And I hope to work on your project. If you have a project that basically requires a development of a SaaS application using AI, then I will be super interested working on your project. So with that being said, please feel free to reach out to me with any additional questions you may have. Talk soon. Thanks.